to show you how to make this beautiful beanie. I added this beautiful faux fur pom-pom, and I'm going to show you how to make it in this beautiful color here. This is a Lion brand respun yarn in a super bulky, and I will be using this L hook, which is a 7mm crochet hook. Okay, let's get started. For reference, I wanted to show you the skein here. It is the Lion brand, the respun thick and quick, and it is a super bulky yarn, and we will be working with a camel stitch to get the look of this knitted hat. Okay, all right, let's get started. Okay guys, I'm going to start with a magic circle, and we're going to chain one. Okay, we're gonna do 10 half double crochets into the ring. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3. Do 10 of these, and I will see you at the end. Okay, I have 10 into the magic circle. I'm gonna pull my circle close. Okay, and I'm going to end, so at the end of this round I had 10 half double crochets. This is my first half double crochet here. I'm gonna end this round with a single crochet into the next, or that first stitch. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and mark that single crochet here. Okay, and now we're going to, for round 2, we're going to do 2. We're going to start into that same single crochet stitch that we just did here. We're going to go into the back bumps here. I keep forgetting that's the whole point of this project. So we're going to go into the back bump there, and we're going to do 2 half double crochets into each bump. So at the end of this round you will have 20. Okay, and so we're not going into the V stitches up here, but into these back bumps that are back here. Okay, it can be a little tricky at first to get used to looking at those back bumps, and then make sure that you get like the whole yarn, and do not crochet too tightly or it will be hard to go in there. So here's my second half double crochet into the next. We're gonna have 2 more. Make sure that you're in there. Sorry, I'm trying to record and go through the loops. It's hard to see on my end, even harder. 1 and 2, and so continue making 2 into each all the way around. Okay, okay, so at the end of this round you're going to have 20 half double crochets. You will stop right where the stitch marker is, and into that last stitch you're going to do a single crochet. Okay, all right, so that was round 2, and for round 3 you're going to do a half double crochet right into that same single crochet stitch. Here's my first half double crochet. Okay, and that counts as 1 half double crochet, and then into the next back bump there you're going to do 2. So here's 1 and here's 2. Okay, and then into the next one 1, and into the next 2. Continue all the way to the end. If you need to mark it here, the single crochet with the stitch marker, you can. And I will, just to show you guys. So take off your stitch marker and mark it right there. Okay, so continue with 1 and 2 until the end of this round. Okay, so I'm at the end of this round. You should end up with 30 stitches. Okay, this is where I'm going to stop, and we're working in the round, so I'm not going to work up here. I'm going to continue to work back here. And remember, into the very next stitch, whatever that next stitch is, you're going to do a single crochet to kind of finish off that round. Okay, so for round 4 you're going to half double crochet into that same single crochet, so half double crochet in there. Okay, and then you're going to do another half double crochet into the next Remember not to go into these, okay, but into the back bumps here, okay? So that was 1 and then 1. And into the third, we're going to do an increase. Okay, so it's going to be half, half, and increase in the back here. Okay, you're going to repeat this pattern. I'm going to stop, however, and show you what this is looking like so that you can understand where we're going with this. It's kind of curling up like this right now, but that's okay. All right, it's soon going to start taking its shape, okay? So for right now, you can see these beautiful knit-like stitches, okay? So remember, we're not working on the top of these because these are the ones that are going to be exposed, as it is here on the green hat. These are the ones that you see here. We're working into the back ones, okay? So we're not working here, but when you turn your work, we're working back here, okay? So these are the loops that you're working. Once you turn your work, it just becomes almost like a whole nother V here. And just think of it as that's your back loop of that V. Not this traditional V that you see from the top, but the V that you're starting to see as you turn it here. See? I hope this explanation is helpful to you, okay? All right, so this is the next round. I just told you to continue with a half, half, and then an increase, okay? And I will see you at the end of this round. Okay, for this last round, we're going to put our stitch marker here, and we're going to just do 1/2 double crochet into each one, and that's gonna help us start turning this hat into the shape of an actual hat. Okay, so we're done with all the increases, and now we're just going to do 1/2 double crochets in all of these back bumps all around. Okay, so continue doing that, and I will see you at the end of this round to show you what this looks like. 1 into each one. Okay. Okay, so I am at the end of row 5, and I did a total of 40 half double crochets, and I'm going to continue working. I'll use my stitch marker as a guide. You no longer have to do that single crochet at the end of the row. You're just going to continue with half double crochets all around, and just use the number 40 as your guidance. And you're going to do a total of, let me see how many rows did I do. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. So stop at row 14. At least that's where I stopped for my length on my hat. You can make less or more depending on your head size. Okay, so I'm going to continue making these rounds, and I will show you at the end. So as you continue with the rounds, I just want to point out that here I have round 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. When you get around round 6 or round 7, you're gonna start finally noticing how the pattern starts curving. You have to give it some time. At first it's gonna seem like it's not going anywhere. Let me just back up a little bit. So it's gonna seem like it's a flat disc because of the increases. However, when you get around row 6 or 7, that is when you start beginning to see the curving up, okay? And so just continue on trusting the process of working in those back loops or back bumps of those stitches with 1/2 double crochet into each all the way around. And remember to stop around row 14 for my project. For my hat size, I made 14 rows, and then I will show you what to do in the very last row. But as you can see, even here, as I'm doing a few more stitches, she is starting to curve up, and I'll do a few more to show you. Here, my yarn is tangled up. I have to untangle it. But you can see here how she's curving up into that hat shape. So keep on going, because we will need a total of 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay? And this is what the end of row 8 looks like. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 here. And as you can see, she is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So keep going till the end of your desired rows. All right, guys, I'm at the end of my 12th row here, and I'm running out of yarn. So I wanted to show you what I do in my last row. Like I mentioned, for this one, for this hat that I made here, I did a total of 13 rows, and then in my last row I did a row of single crochets, and it is going to finish off like this, where because it's worked in the round, you're just gonna kind of slip stitch to that prior stitch and finish it off right there. Okay, you can go ahead and put your stitch marker there. That's where I should have put my, not stitch marker, but my tag, to kind of hide that the ending there. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that, and I'll show you how I did that. But because I'm running out of yarn here, I'm going to show you. So from this half double crochet, last half double crochet here, we're just going to continue in those back loops with one row of single crochet. And for me, I'll just keep doing these single crochets until I run out of yarn. Okay, so when I run out of yarn, I'll come right back and show you what it looks like. And so I am at the end here with my last single crochet. I don't have much yarn left. I'm going to just go ahead and slip stitch into that last stitch here and pull my yarn with a chain 1 there and make a knot. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put my tag right here so that this uneven edge doesn't show. Okay, let me just show you how I attach my tag. I'm just gonna weave in this tail here. And right where that ends with the slip stitch, I'm gonna attach my yarn. Okay, since the hat is in the round. Okay, I'm going to kind of puncture through here, and these are tags from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna take a little piece of this yarn, and I'm gonna just cut it, and I'm going to split the yarn to take a smaller piece, and I'm gonna weave it through my yarn needle here, and I'm gonna attach the yarn, the tag, sorry, the correct way here, and I'm going to go through the back, make sure that it's flushed with the border nice and tight there, and then just bring it up through the top here. And leave a tail here, and then make sure it's nice and flushed here, and go through there, and then make sure that you are going through the back as well. Sorry. Here we go. Okay, so pull the yarn through. Okay, make sure you don't lose this piece here. So it should be like this at the top and like this at the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna just take both ends and make sure that it is flushed in there really nice and tight, and tighten it. Make a knot and cut the excess. And that's gonna stay like this, and this is your tag. And now we are completely finished with this cute little handmade tag attached to it. And now I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you on the next one.